You can tap the screen, cross your fingers, hope for sevens. It won't change a thing. The machine has already decided your fate long before the reel stops spinning. In this film, you will see how casinos track every move you make, why that bonus pot that keeps filling up will never actually spill over, and what your real chances of winning here actually are. But this isn't really about gambling. It's about how the feeling of chance and control is built by design. Welcome to Las Vegas, where luck is designed, freedom is simulated, and nothing is left to chance. Because that's how this city survives, not on randomness, but on precision disguised as chaos. Every smile, every jackpot, every illusion is part of a system built to feel human. And it works so well, we mistake design for destiny.
Let's start with the most popular objects in Las Vegas, the slot machines. Any modern slot machine is a computer. The casino game inside is just another video game, same kind of code that runs Fortnite or Call of Duty. Only this one's goal isn't fun or victory. It's to keep you playing as long as possible. Inside the software is a module called Random Number Generator, or RNG.
The first digital RNGs use short mathematical recipes, linear congruential generators, that multiplied and trimmed numbers to form new ones. They weren't truly random, but they cycled quickly enough to fool the eye. In 1997, Japanese mathematicians Makoto Matsumoto and Takuji Nishimura designed the Mersenne twister, an algorithm with a repeat period so long it would take centuries to loop. Modern slot machines use variations of this idea, seeded by tiny unpredictable events, electric noise, internal clock drift, the microsecond timing of your last button press. They produce millions of numbers every second. When you hit spin, the program freezes on one of those numbers and translates it into a combination of symbols on the reels. And only then the animation begins. All the bells and whistles for your enjoyment.
Inspectors from the Nevada Gaming Control Board test every slot model before it ever hits the casino floor. Their rules, laid out in Regulation 14, define how games are built and how their results are certified. Each approved machine lists a long-term return to player, or RTP, the share of all wagers that the game pays back to over time.
In Las Vegas, that number usually falls between 85 and 95%, with a legal minimum of 75%. In theory, if you bet $1 a million times, the math says you would get about 750,000 back. But here's the trap. That doesn't mean if you bet $100, you are guaranteed to get 75 back. RTP is a long-run average, not a promise for your next few spins. Think about a coin. A fair coin has a 50-50 chance of landing on heads or tails. I wrote a short Python program that flips a digital coin 10 times. The code never changes, the odds never change, but the results do. That's real randomness. Our brains don't like that. We expect randomness things to look balanced. Heads, tails, like they're taking turns. When that doesn't happen, it feels unfair. And of course casinos know that, so they cover it with something that looks like progress.
You all have seen it. The bonus pot that keeps filling with coins but never quite spills over. Every spin adds a little more and it looks like you are closing in on a payoff. But the pot isn't a countdown, it's a decoration. The software decides when the bonus triggers, not the amount inside the pot. It can overflow from empty in one spin or stay almost full all night.
This design taps into a reflex first described by psychologist Clark Hull in 1932, called the goal gradient effect. He found that rats in mazes ran faster as they got closer to the reward. Later researchers noticed the same thing in people. We move faster and stay more focused the closer we think we are to a goal. We walk faster near the finish line, click more as a progress bar fills, check our phones more when a download hits 90%. Slot designers use the same reflex. When a bonus meter creeps higher, the brain reads it as progress. You are not chasing a jackpot anymore, you are finishing a task. That's why the almost full pot feels impossible to leave. By the time that bonus meter is full, it doesn't just feel like luck, it feels like investment. You've put in effort, so your brain expects a return. Psychologists call that the sunk cost effect. Once we've spent time or money, we feel we have to finish, even when it makes no sense.
And then come the almost wins. A jackpot symbol stopping just one space short. A 2010 study from the University of Waterloo found that near misses light up the same dopamine circuits as real wins. The brain fires, the pulse jumps, and the hand presses that spin again. The player feels progress. The math hasn't moved at all. Near misses don't just excite us. They trick the brain into learning. MRI scans show that they activate both reward and frustration areas at once. The same chemical mix that fuels obsession. That tension keeps player chasing a resolution that will never come.
The game developers adjust the reels so near misses appear a little more often than pure randomness would allow. Legal, but deliberate. It creates a sense of skill proximity, as if timing or persistence could push you over the edge. Each almost win feels like feedback, a sign you're getting closer, even though every spin starts from zero. But the story doesn't end at the machine. Every spin, every pause, every decision is logged. When you insert a loyalty card or use your mobile wallet, the system logs everything. How long you play, how much you bet, which games you prefer, when you slow down. It's not just watching you, it's learning you. Modern casinos run on huge databases that feed algorithms predicting how likely you are to keep playing. When those models detect you are close to walking away, the casino system can send a reward to your loyalty account, maybe free play credits, a food voucher, or a visit from a host offering a drink, just enough to make staying feel like the better choice. From the casino's point of view, you're not a mystery. You're a data stream with probability curves. And that logic doesn't stop at the casino floor. The same feedback loops and prediction engines run the platforms we use every day, the YouTube recommendations that pull us into one more video, the TikTok or Instagram scroll that never ends, the shopping sites that know when to show the next deal just before we close the tab.
It's the same design goal. Keep you engaged, keep you spending, keep you coming back. Vegas just did it first, and did it louder. Next time you hit the spin button, take a brief second to think about what's happening behind it. The math deciding every outcome, the data predicting your next move, and the psychology making it all feel like luck.